Welcome back to another episode of Off the Cuff here at Fairway Mortgage. My name is Steven Tran. I'm the host with the most. Today I have two wonderful special guests here. We have Tom Cochrane-Cole over at RE/MAX, and we have Longle over at F.I.R.E Leaders Financial. Thank you for joining me, guys.
Thanks, Steven. Thanks
Absolutely,
for having
man.
us.
You're the man.
No, honestly, I've been using these two for everything when it comes to real estate, insurance. If you need anything, these are phenomenal people. Once again, thank you for jumping on. We're just going to jump in and kind of just do our thing, and I just want to kind of highlight more about your guys' business.
That sounds great, man.
I love it. Go
Look
ahead,
forward
Tom.
to it. Go ahead for me. All right.
We got a straw.
Yeah, well, I did invite Long over here to do this podcast just because I've been on this social media challenge, binge, I don't know what you want to call it, but, we've been trying to post 23 days of social media all of December. And, so it feels good to be doing it, to creating content, honestly.
Yeah, and honestly, if you haven't seen any of the videos or you haven't seen any of the posts, I've been loving watching your journey on this because there's so many different styles.
Yeah.
But it has your touch on them. But good for you for doing the challenge. There's so many people that don't even touch social media. I know Long just started doing his first video too.
I'm trying, you know what I mean? I'm just following your footsteps and admiring your work. Honestly, it's 28 days, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to get on top of that.
It's hard.
Seriously, it's a commitment.
It is a commitment. And honestly, I think usually it takes a month or something like a month to build a habit. Mm-hmm. And so that's what I'm trying to do right now is like commit to this challenge, do it, but then keep it going, keep it running because, I want to keep up with social media. I feel like it's such a great platform for small business owners. It's such a great platform for people like us in this industry, especially to connect with clients and to get information out there for them.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. And I think it's fun too, right?
Oh, yeah. It's really fun.
Oh, yeah.
There's work to it, but there's some fun components to it too.
Absolutely. I think in our line of work too, right? When you think of marketing, ad spend, all that good stuff, social media, when I look back, and we're kind of in the business planning part of the year too, right? When today's December 11th. So almost end of 2023. Looking back in my business, I think social media gave about 15% of my actual business.
Wow, dude.
So it's a core sphere of working kind of what works best for you and your business.
Yeah. That's a solid chunk for you, but you're like the Facebook man.
Thank you.
Like
I feel like you're the Instagram though.
I appreciate
you got
that.
it down. You got it out on Instagram.
Instagram's a lot more natural for me. I feel like I'd never touch Facebook. If you look at my Facebook right now, my last 6 posts are going to be reposts of Steven's Facebook posts of us closing together or something. Mm-hmm. So, but Facebook is where it's at, especially for this industry, right? I mean,
social media in general. Yeah, definitely.
In general. Yeah. You know what we talk about in B&I a lot is being the face, right? Are you touching anything with clients or friends, family? Mm-hmm. How do they know what you do if you don't talk about it, right?
Yeah. Yes. Exactly.
And our attention span is so short that we're already thinking about the next person or the next event or the next idea.
Yep.
So if you're constantly being visible, then they're going to think of you when it comes to buying a home, selling a home. Mm-hmm. For me, it's insurance, right?
Yep.
And then same thing with Steven. Who do I go for a loan?
Yeah.
Steven Tran.
Yep. I love that you brought up B&I too, because I was going to say, I was like, we're all the same purpose-driven professionals.
Yep.
If anyone doesn't know what B&I is, swing on by one of ours.
Yeah.
Seriously, referral city when it comes to just learning about your business, wanting to refer other people, finding more other business owners. Mm-hmm. It's honestly one of the best places.
Yeah, just being with like-minded individuals. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And in different industries as well. That's what I love about it.
Definitely.
Is that it's not, because I've been in multiple groups before, and a lot of them are just all insurance agents, right?
Yeah.
Or whatever it might be, all life insurance agents, all
Yep.
P&C agents. But what B&I, you got doctors, dentists, you got construction workers, you got people selling beauty products. I mean, there's so variety.
Yes.
That they all have their own experiences and they bring it to the table, and they have their own network too. So you're not trying to fight for the same referrals.
Yes.
It's different.
Yeah, 100%.
Yes, it's a breath of fresh air. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I'm glad I joined. I am glad. I think it was it was Steven brought it up to me, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was like, you should do this. Like, this is awesome. This is great. And honestly, it's been awesome. Like, really getting to know people and getting to know their businesses. I mean, I've learned so much about just what it's like to be a small business owner in these different fields.
Yes.
Right? And that's huge too.
Yeah. Yeah. And just going to touch really quick on that. Like, we all only have 24 hours in the day, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
But if you get in a room with 10, 12, 20 people, you times that number by that many people. Because I can't travel the whole world by myself.
Yeah.
But I can talk to Dr. Jason. I'm like, hey, where have you been?
Yep.
Dr. Todd, hey, where have
Yep.
you been? Share their experiences. And
Yeah.
that's same way when it goes into business, because trust me, I'm fairly new. I started my business just a year ago. Right?
Yeah.
F.I.R.E Leaders Financial is a baby compared to all these other business owners who's been doing it for 20 plus years.
But you're crushing it though too. You have to give yourself a little bit
Hey,
of grace
listen,
there.
with your
Yeah,
help,
okay.
with your
all
help,
of our help,
with your
all,
help,
hey,
with all-
it's a collective.
It's a collective.
It's BNI. It's literally what it is.
It is what it is, man. Yeah. But
Yeah.
to touch back on the social media part, Facebook for me, it's all right, right? I've gotten a few leads from there.
Yeah.
But it's, again, just like what you're doing, Tom. It's just getting out there. And seriously, like, I posted a video or posted a picture and did some type of caption, like the chess one, the Chinese chess
Yep.
that I have on my desk.
Yep.
A friend of mine saw that and was like, hey, I should come down there and play with you. Like, yeah. And as a matter of fact, let's talk about insurance. Like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
100%. Yeah.
Helping
And-
each other and reconnecting that way.
Yeah, and I think with social media and like talking about social media, it takes 7 touches for someone to want to consider purchasing a product and
Yes.
or a service such as ours. And so having social media is essentially you just getting those touches. And I think a big part of social media is being able to touch your sphere, right? And because that's where so much of our business comes from.
Yes.
Right? People that know, like, and trust us.
Yes.
So doing social media consistently, I've had people DM me. I've had
Yeah.
people reach out to me and say, you're doing great. Like, I love the content. And even people, when I go places, I have people, like friends of friends, saying, oh, I'm learning some stuff, because I'm
Yep.
really going that educational route.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's important to have that.
It builds credibility too, right? You know what I mean?
Does.
Because
Oh, yeah.
if you're just calling someone, or like, let's say bringing someone to a coffee shop to talk about your business, the trust isn't there. So it's kind of like, is this guy really going to find a house for me, or is he going
Yeah.
to really shop insurance for me?
Yeah.
But then when they see it on Facebook, they're like, oh, wait, he's got a business page, he's got a website.
Yes.
Yeah.
Legit.
Yep. Yeah.
100%. That, and I think you guys said it perfectly, right? It's the part where social media as a tool, like those multi-touches that you're talking about. And at the same time, I almost feel like we're kind of also a bit smarter because we've seen social media for quite some time. But like, you can actually kind of see like who's authentic to themselves, right?
Yes.
And I think that's a huge part of it, where the know, like, and trust. Like,
Yeah.
we like to help our friends, but at the same time, we also like to help good people too.
Of course. Yeah. And I will tell you, I have been thinking about social media for like this entire year.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah, this entire year.
This challenge I thought was so cool, and I thought about you right away because for the longest time since I've known you, you've
Yeah.
always talked about, and you even have like really good friends that are killing it in social, but teaches classes,
yeah,
right?
I do. Yep.
And for you, and I was like, but he doesn't post.
I know. I know. I think honestly, it was just insecurity, fear, right? Oh,
Sure.
people are gonna judge me, or like, what if I sound stupid, or I don't even know. There's so much stuff when you dive into any new thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, like you said, I mean, I have friends that are crushing it right now.
Yeah.
Like my best friend's wife, she's got like 25K followers on TikTok.
Jeez.
She's making like
She does master classes.
yeah, and she does masterclass, and she's making a boatload of money just crushing it, like social media, right? And that also was an inspiration for me, where I was like, okay, well, dang, I want to try. I want to.
Yeah.
But then I let my fear stop me and be like, oh, I'm not gonna do good. But then the challenge we're doing, that's I'm a very like goal driven person.
Yeah.
So having a goal of like doing this, posting every day, like I can do it, and so that helped a lot. And
Yeah, it's a good strategy. And you set a goal, then you know what target at, right?
Yep.
It's just like if you have a gun, if you're just aiming aimlessly,
Yeah, you need a sight.
going all over the place.
Yeah.
But you got to know where you're going, right?
Yes.
That's why we have GPS.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
But yeah, to touch on the social media part is I gotta definitely do more. And the thing is, I had the same fears.
Yeah.
But someone told me a while back that it's only gonna get better.
Yeah.
Because just think about when you were a baby.
Yeah.
You think you were running marathons as a baby?
Yeah,
I mean,
right,
if you were,
yep.
hey,
Good
man,
for you.
You're a champ.
Yeah, good for
You're
you.
born
I'll
to
see you in
run.
the Olympics.
Right, exactly. Like, whoa, but you had to learn to roll,
Yes.
to crawl, and then you pick yourself up.
Yep.
You fall down a billion times,
Yeah.
and then finally you can actually walk, and then eventually you can run.
Yeah.
So you're gonna fall. It's,
Yeah.
it's gonna happen. But what did Will Smith say? Fail forward, fail often, and
Did you say Will Smith?
yeah, Will Smith said it, but it was Ed Milet, or no, not Ed Milet. Shoot,
It was the person that he was
John
portraying.
Maxwell.
Gotcha.
John Maxwell.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I haven't heard Will Smith in a while. Dog. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's some tough stuff. Come
I was
on.
like, that's tough.
There's
That's
three
tough.
of them. I forgot what it
Well,
was.
you know what's a good one I like? Have you ever seen Adventure Time? It's like a kid show.
Yeah.
Finn from Adventure Time. His thing is, or maybe it was Jake. I don't remember which one said it, but it was the first step to being really good at something is kind of sucking at it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so that's where I'm at. I'm in the kind of sucking at it phase, and I think that it's only gonna get better.
Well, you know what's crazy? We are so hard on ourselves, and I think it's the business owner mindset that comes into play.
Yeah.
But you feel like you suck at it. But I look at your videos, and I'm like, this is what I've been waiting for all year. Because like I know the quality. No, but I know the quality that you're putting out, because you have to think about it. Like your quality that you're putting out is better than a lot of people's already. So for you're kind of putting yourself on a spot because you're saying you suck at it, but in reality, it's just because it's not the quality you want it to be at. But like you can improve, but you're putting something out.
Yeah.
And
True.
like in sales, right, or whatever you want to call in your business, but what you're doing as actions is better than not doing any inactions, right?
Yeah.
So for the biggest thing is if you're doing something, at least you're gonna gain something from it.
Yeah.
But if you don't do anything, then you started at the same point as you were before.
Yeah. How are you gonna learn, right?
Yeah, so true.
And if you do 1% better at something every day,
Yeah.
every month, even.
Yeah.
Atomic
and
habits,
you do,
eh?
Yep.
Yeah, Atomic Habits.
James Clear, Atomic Habits. At the end of the year, that compounds. You have already done better than 90% of the people.
That's true. Do you think that's ever gonna be a movie? Real talk. I feel like
James Clear,
Atomic Habits.
Atomic Habits.
Dude,
Maybe.
I think, well, in a weird way, because you think about when it comes to like motivational or self motivating books, that is the number one thing you hear right now is Atomic
Yeah.
Habits.
Oh, I hear it everywhere. Everywhere, yeah. I agree. Maybe, but honestly, if they're making bank selling the book, they might just sell the book.
But usually if they sell the book, they make a movie.
They make a movie.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, I saw Fault in Our Stars.
I mean, hey, maybe we can cast for it.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, maybe.
James Clear.
All right, so while we're on the topic of stuff, because we're close to the end of the year, I kind of brought up business planning earlier. What is the biggest thing you guys felt like you learned this year?
You can go first, Long.
Yeah,
You need to think about it.
that's a tough one, I would have to say resilience, right? Resilience. I can say it.
Resilience.
You learned, I
Hey,
learned that today too,
Hey,
dog.
listen, English is my second language.
Yeah,
right?
that's true. That's
I wouldn't have
Cheers
known.
to that.
Because I'm bilingual, right? But yeah, for sure. Because there are times in your business that are going to be ups and downs,
Yeah.
right? It's never up all the time. And if it's up all the time, yeah, I don't know what you're doing in your business, but mine has been like this, a roller coaster.
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
And it's
Sure.
the ups and downs is what helps me to become better,
Yeah.
right? Because if you're always feeling good, if you're always winning, you never really learn anything.
Yeah.
You actually learn more from your losses.
Yeah.
And from those losses, you try to improve yourself to make yourself separated from the pack, right?
Yeah.
You're a little bit different than you were yesterday by losing or failing at something or falling down, let's say,
Yep.
then picking yourself back up. And you learn so much. So this year for me, resilience for sure.
Yeah.
Because starting a business, honestly,
Hard.
you got to have a heart for it. You got to
Yeah.
really have that passion in your business that really gets you up every morning, no matter how bad you had
Yeah.
lost a contract or had a really bad client or whatever that happened yesterday.
Yeah.
But you got to really have a passion for your business to pick yourself up the next day and do it all over again.
The
Yeah,
resilience.
definitely.
I like that one. That was a good one.
And I think to touch on that, what helps me in my business a lot is having the goldfish mentality, where I forget before I even make a full circle. Whatever it is, it's gone.
Yeah.
In my brain, out my brain.
Yeah.
And it's what keeps me alive, honestly, because there's so much hard stuff that happens in our business. I mean, in a people business, any people business, people, every single person's a variable, and some people are out of pocket. Like, they'll just do anything. They'll say anything. And then how do you handle that when someone, like, treats you poorly? Well, you just forget.
Yeah.
Don't let it. I think I got that from Ted Lasso, not going to lie.
Yeah, it's Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
I was going to say that was Sam.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, Ted Lasso.
Yeah.
But I love Ted Lasso. That show is, like, amazing. Have you ever
10 out of
watched?
10, highly would recommend.
Yeah.
Yes,
I
phenomenal.
have to check it out.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
on Apple TV.
Okay.
Be a goldfish, Sam.
No, I'm going to nickname him Dora now. Or Dory.
Dory, yeah.
No, you
Or
know,
Dora.
it's actually really interesting that you say it that way too, because like to touch on that, right, where it's like the be a goldfish, because it's kind of you want to forget about the stuff that is in the past, you learn from it, and then you just go from there. I always kind of remember I remember, but it's not like I'll forget about it. Like, I'll remember, but at that time, like, what is the part that's holding you back on it, like
Yep.
if it puts you in a bad mood and it's going to put you in a bad mood, then you just put it away. But it's like, I'm going to always remember. I won't forget.
Oh yeah, I've got a list.
Yeah.
I got a list.
I got the list.
You got a blacklist?
Oh,
Well, something like that. Something like
I got a list, and I don't forget.
Yeah.
I know what all them look like. I know all their first and last
Yeah.
names. I even know some of their MLS numbers.
Yeah. No, it's true.
But yeah, I mean, but it's never gonna affect me. I mean, they're never gonna bring me down, never gonna stop my business, right?
Yep.
That's the never forget part.
So I think of it like a river or a stream, right?
Yeah.
If you think about stagnant water, if it just builds up with
Yeah.
trash and everything, that water gets so nasty,
Polluted.
tainted.
Yep.
Mosquitoes and bacteria just all thrive in it.
Yep.
But with a river, it's constantly flowing, baby.
Yeah.
Get all that
Yep.
dirty, nasty stuff out
Yeah.
and just move it down.
Yeah.
Move it all the way down the stream.
Yeah.
I like
'Cause
that.
You're not going to affect my water.
Yep.
I like
Yep.
that one.
That's
That's a good one.
I
Kind of like a Bruce Lee thing, huh?
No, I was gonna say I have another one that is a Bruce Lee thing, right? You know what Bruce Lee says? He says, "Be the water," right?
Be like water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And when the water goes into the vase, it becomes the vase, and that's a little bit different. That's more like adapt to whatever. But
Yeah.
You can take it either way.
yeah,
can take it
I
either
love
way.
Love Bruce Lee though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I studied Bruce Lee a lot when I was younger.
Uh-huh.
Because, I did martial arts for a long time. So he was
Nice.
like, I did like 3 essays on Bruce Lee.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's why you're so wise.
No.
That's why the 1-inch punch.
The
is
one-
like-
I did actually practice that. I did.
Who didn't?
Yeah.
Right.
You did
But I
martial arts?
legit did
You're
it. There was a board and you put your
punch
hand
the
inside.
wood? You
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's all about the momentum.
Yeah.
Speaking of momentum, business is the same way, right?
Yeah.
That's why I love the philosophies of Kung Fu kind of translate into my business too.
Yeah.
Is that you do have to have that resiliency.
Resilience.
Resiliency.
Keep going, dude. You got this. By the end of this podcast, I know
got
you'll
it.
get it.
I'll
One take.
probably get it one day.
Oh, no, you'll get it by the end of this.
I'm going to go home and practice.
No, you'll get it done by this.
But either way, you need discipline too, right?
Yes.
Oh, discipline.
Discipline is a major thing, and not a lot of people understand Kung Fu or martial arts in general.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of patience that comes with that too.
Yeah.
Because just like Bruce Lee, what he said is instead of trying to learn 1,000 different kicks,
Yeah.
practice one kick 1,000 times, and you'll see.
Man, Bruce Lee today.
Power. Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah.
That's a good one too.
That's crazy. All right, Tom.
Yeah. Back to the question, the initial question.
Yeah, back to the question here.
Man, Kung Fu took us away.
Yeah.
But I would say, consistency
Yeah.
and discipline too have been huge in my business and changing my business this year. But the biggest thing to change my business this year was caring about people.
Yeah.
And that's something that sounds like maybe not the best, but in a business like mine as a real estate agent, I mean, all of ours really, but it can be so transactional, and I can meet 20, 25 people in a week and move on and move on. I close the deal, move on, right? Really caring and digging deeper into relationships, forging relationships, not with just clients, but with literally everyone, like everyone in BNI, everyone I meet every day. Yeah. That has been the literal biggest change in my whole business. Yeah. And it has taken me from what I was producing to what I am producing. Yeah. And yeah, I mean, just night and day, just giving a damn.
Yep. You hit that right on the head. Seriously. There's a saying, right, that your clients, they won't care about how much you know until they know that you care.
Yeah. Man, so, that's another good one. That's not Bruce Lee.
No, that's not Bruce Lee.
Yeah, I was
I don't know who that one was.
I like
so
that
I can't give credit to that person. Yeah. It's a very important thing, right? Truly. And I learned a lot when I worked at Essential during my time in corporate sales, that we went through a training called sales artistry, and one of the major things we talked about was the art of the proposal. And just think about it. You're not going to go up to some random person and, let's say, a hot girl, right?
Yeah.
You're not going to walk up to a hot girl in a supermarket and say, marry me.
Yeah.
No, you got to put in some work, right? You got to get to know them. You got to cater to them, do stuff with them, take them on a few dates. Then one day you can get on that knee and ask for their hand in marriage. Same thing with clients.
Yeah.
You're not going to be like, buy a house for me right now.
Yeah. Sign my buyer rep, please.
Sign it.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I wish it was that easy, right? Just get a sale like that, right? Sign on the dotted line. You got insurance with
me. I already trust you. Actually, let's do that.
Right? You got to gain the trust.
But, that's the interesting part about it all, right? Because even in our businesses and as business owners, there's no manual on this.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to learn through your own steps, right? And for a lot of people, like, caring, like, that's great that you mentioned that's the biggest thing you learn, because I can tell you right now, like, I do SPAR trainings all the time, and I do all these things. I meet new agents, and everyone's being taught in a kind of robotic way of they meet someone, you get them on buyer's rep, and then it's like, at what point do you actually like talk to them and get to know them? At what point do you know their family? Like how at what level of degree are you trying to get to see or understand somebody, or are you just trying to get a sale?
Yeah. Yes. A huge thing. And I have been doing open houses, and I've had agents come in with their clients, and that's honestly one of the biggest learning experiences I've experienced as well, is listening to other agents. Right?
Yep. It's eye-opening.
It's like, how do you sell houses? I mean, I don't even get it. Yeah. Like, how do you sell houses? This lady comes in with her iPad on her hand, like she's got like the thing that goes over, and she's just like, all right, we're at a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 5, and I'm just like, do you even know their names, lady?
Yeah.
Like, do you? Given some, PD doesn't know everyone's name, but he goes too fast. He's just fast. But I'll say caring about people, their families. Like, what I started doing is tailoring my closing gifts. So I used to just bring a bottle of champagne, a little card with my card, whatever. Now, every single time I'm with a client, I'm listening to what they like, so I can think of a closing gift and find a closing gift for them.
I like that.
Well, Chelsea, remember Chelsea?
Yeah.
Right? I knew, she said to me she loves red wine.
Yep.
Brought her red wine. She has a very nice dog, a German Shepherd. And so I brought her a huge dog toy because I was like, oh, you got a big dog. And with Laura, she loves laundry. I know people looked at me weird when I said that today in RA. But I was like, she loves laundry. Like, this woman loves laundry. Yeah. Right? She just like she almost bought a laundromat.
Yeah.
Really? Wow.
Yeah, like literally we went to look at a laundromat. But so I got her like a big basket of like really like nice, like herbal, healthy, non-toxic laundry detergent, softener, scent beads that you put in with the water. Anyways, she has turned into like 8 or 9 transactions coming up. Yeah, like 3 from just her. Yeah. So it's like, that's what I mean by
that's
giving.
a part of the caring.
Yeah.
It's your caring part of it, because then they become lifelong friends.
Yep.
Yeah.
Make it personable. Is what one of my models is for when doing any type of business. Doesn't matter if it's sales, whatever. Be personable. Like, how are you going to help relate to your client? And you're right. Some of my clients actually became friends, right? Because of that transactional, well, not transactional, but that personable touch that I put to it.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that I'm not just transactional. Oh, sold, gone.
Yeah.
True. I mean, and then not only the clients, like you said, but look at us.
Yeah, right? Yeah, right.
Yeah, like we're all friends now, right? We
Yeah.
hang out and we talk and
Yeah, we go to lunch.
we go to lunch and stuff, and it's not just business, but I mean, it's a business, but like, I don't know. I remember
It feels illegal.
Yeah, it does.
Like that's the part where like it feels like you can't have this much fun when you're supposed to be working.
Right.
Yeah.
But isn't that the
Yeah.
crazy part where no, like that's just it. You find the people that make sense.
Well, you remember at poker last night, or 2 nights ago, when they were like, when Mark was like, I wish I could be like have like you guys. He was like, I wish I could like have a coworker or like a business
That you could just talk to.
Yeah, that's like
Yeah.
your friend.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I was like, dang, I guess. And it's one of those things of being grateful, right? I was like, damn, I
Yes.
guess we do have it so good.
Yes.
Like, what?
Yeah.
So, but yeah, and yeah, I mean, blessed, truly. Like,
It's the balance. It's
It
the
is.
balance.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
It's a balance, but it's nice to have fun while you're doing business.
Oh, 100%.
Because
yeah.
if you're just like, again, back in my corporate days,
Yeah.
going there 9 to 5 sucked.
Yeah.
I love the people there, but picking up the phone and calling and knowing that I'm, helping someone else
Yeah.
reach their dreams, felt like my dreams was diminishing, That's why I got out of it.
Yes. Yes, 100%.
Not saying that you shouldn't work for corporate. Do whatever makes you happy.
Fill your cup.
Yeah, just fill
At the
your
end of the day,
cup.
fill your
do
cup.
what you want to
Yeah.
do. Just make sure that, you're satisfied.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, because this job, I mean, it's not for everybody.
No.
No.
Not for everybody.
I think a lot of it for me, and like to piggyback off, like this job's not it for everybody, right? For me, this year was about accountability.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of it is, like you said, this isn't for a lot of people. Being a business owner in any of our regarding fields, you kind of look at it, Selling Sunset came out. Everyone's like, oh, being a realtor seems like super cool and bougie and life is great, And then you find out that that's not the case. But
Yeah.
accountability became a huge thing for me this year where it's like, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? And it's like, of course, you guys know me. Like, I'm all about having fun. Like, my life is, if I'm not having fun, I'm not going to do it. But the thing about it is where the accountability part that I'm saying is like, what your goals are actually, what you're trying to do. And then actually seeing what are the steps, what are the things that you're doing in your business daily to get you to your goals.
Yeah.
And then you have to audit yourself. The other part of that accountability is you have to audit your business. And I was talking about an RA today, right? But like biggest advice I can give people is stop thinking that what you're doing right now is the best that you're going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like you got to actually look at the things that you're doing daily, weekly, monthly, see what your returns are. And if you're not at where you want to be, you got to make adjustments.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And yeah, accountability. And did it just turn off?
That's a really good question.
It just happened. Just
Did it? Okay.
Yeah, it just happened.
Did the camera die?
Is it plugged in?
Yo, bro, I was waiting.
Oh, here, Steven. You're already out. Sheesh. I think I already have a solid like 4 or 5 really good clips from this.
Awesome.
I like think about what like we're saying and trying to think about how to clip and when to clip it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yep. I want to share it on my social media too.
Do it.
Once
Do it. Share it on Facebook. Everything. Because then I can like post my clips and I can link you. And be like, if you want to see the full video, go to Long's Facebook.
There you go.
And then that'll be a good plug for you. I mean, I'm going to tag you in every clip, but like it'll be a good plug for you to have traffic come to your page specifically if they want.
Yeah, and I'm gonna send the video to my guys so you can put it on my website.
What's that noise?
Can we get a close up on Long?
Oh, the aliens are trying to communicate with us.
Sure seems like.
That's what it sounds like.
Dude, what's going on?
It's probably feedback.
I've never experienced that in my life.
What's up?
Freaking Steven.
Did you already post it, Steven?
No, but
He just took a picture of us.
took a picture.
I was like, how do you post a podcast already?
I was gonna say like, whoa.
That's how good your boy is, dude. Never cut me out, man. You never cut me out. All right. I'll just have to edit it back in and then just go from there.
Yeah, we're good though?
We good?
That was kind of crazy.
The aliens were trying to shut us down.
The aliens were trying to set.
So where were we?
No, but we're good. We can just go to the next topic, and I'll just cut it all in, so it's all good.
Okay.
Yeah, and I mean, my whole thing is I'm just planning on clipping for like TikTok and.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gone again.
Is there anything that you want to? Sick. Is there anything that?
Yeah,
I like the part where I sit down and it happens.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to like talk about though?
Well,
Like specifically.
I feel like I wanted to touch on service.
Yeah.
Right, because we did talk about caring for people, but I think that a big part of like why all three of us are so successful and so good at what we do is because of the service we provide, right?
Yeah.
The quality of service, I should say. So,
Being available.
yeah, that's one thing I wanted to touch on. I did right. Yeah, but not only being available, but like just like caring. I mean, we said caring, but you know what I mean. Just like how you give service, like what you do, like maybe what you work on.
I got a couple things to say.
Yeah, like what you do to get better at giving service. Like how do you educate maybe or whatever. You know? We already talked about my notes, so yeah, that's about it. I'd say.
I want to talk about how stressful it is getting to the end of the year, and all I need is 2 more policies.
To reach your goals. Is that just to reach your goal?
Yeah, dude.
What was your goal for this year?
Well, I already met my goal for this year.
Yeah, like a reach goal.
Yeah. So my goal was to get to 100,000 in new policies. That's premium wise for the year, and we're sitting at 89 right now. So it's pretty close.
Nice.
That's not bad. Honestly, 100K was a stretch. But I'm just glad we're close. And then
what does that mean though? New policies, like or how much you
the
currently
premiums the clients pay. So
they're
that's
paying you 89.
into my they're paying the insurance company.
Oh,
And then I get a piece of it.
I see.
But that's a lot of policies.
Yeah,
right?
it sounds like
the more it rolls over to next year, if I can double, triple that next year, bro,
Crazy.
we're going good.
Yeah.
I need to hire people, seriously, if that happens. But the other one was 50 policies in the year, because I was coming in the year already like slow, and then it just picked up as soon as I met Steven, right? Because we do a lot of business together, and I got 50 plus new policies now.
Yeah, and I'm sure you've gotten a bunch from
Steven,
us too.
Yeah, both of us.
Yeah.
And now travelers, to keep their contract, I just need 2 more policies. 2 more, bro. It's stressing me out.
It's okay, man. You got a whole 20 days.
I know.
That's how I feel, man. I'm like, I just need to lock down. My goal is I wanted to do 3 more deals this year under contract.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I have 20 days.
You got 20 days.
We'll
You got
see,
20
we'll see.
days.
But that was my reach goal. I mean, honestly, my initial goal was 4 before the end of the year, from November, December, and 2 each month. And I've already done 3, so I would actually really only need 1. But my reach goal, 6, so I need 3.
Sweet.
You guys are really good at planning goals. To
Well,
be
I
like
goal-driven.
close, you know what I mean?
Well, I
I
have
also have a
a.
volume goal, but that's so much harder with real estate.
Dude, volume goal, 25 mil, bro. Trust.
Oh, whoa.
I'm like, I'm gonna just hit 10. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Which is still good.
10 mil's not bad.
10 mil, yeah.
That's still pretty good.
yeah, but like, yeah, but next year's 25, 100%.
Yeah. There
There's
you go.
nothing stopping me.
Yeah.
I've heard 20. I'm gonna, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
Just crush it.
That's all I gotta say.
Yeah, and I feel like I had a transaction goal too. I have 20, transactions, and
Yeah.
if I get these 3, I hit 20. So
Yeah.
See, how I keep track of it is I got a board right
Yeah.
on top of my monitor.
Yeah.
I write it down, and I change it annually, monthly, like everything. So I know every day when I walk in, boom, that's my target. And then another thing is I cheat. I have a CRM that I just input my goals in there, and it reminds me every day as soon as I log in, like, you are falling behind. Like, damn it.
My man says I cheat.
I cheat.
I have a CRM. That's cheating. Everyone in the world cheats.
All right. So go on, do your thing, and then I'll just put it all together and put in video.
Yeah. Next thing we were talking about is what? Customer service or?
What did I even say?
You said you want to talk about service.
Yeah, service. So the next, So the next thing I think that I was thinking about for this podcast was talking about service, and we talked about caring about people, and that in itself is a part of the service, right? Is that we actually care, but beyond that, like, what other service and how do you go about giving service that sets you apart, and why you've been so successful? I mean, both of you have been so successful in your first years of starting your business.
You want to take this?
I can go.
Go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. I would say service to me has always been a big thing as like a consumer and maybe as a millennial, because for me, it's always about instant service. And what does instant service mean, right? So for me, it's communication has to be on par. So if I were to look for service and I want to get pre-approved for a mortgage, like I'm going to want someone to respond to me right away because it's one of my like biggest financial decisions I'm ever going to make. So like I want someone that's in my corner. So that's why it's so big in my business to also find like great people like yourself too, where like we take our business to that degree of service where it's like we have to be there to help our clients.
Absolutely. Yeah. I agree 100%. And that's why I love your Facebook post about I'm available nights and weekends. Like, hey, that's cool. Because not a lot of people are, right?
Yeah.
And in my industry with insurance, it's the same way. Like, if a client calls me, I'm going to pick up. If I'm busy, I'll let them know, hey, can I call you back? Yep. That's all they want.
Yep.
Is someone to be responsive, be there for them, right?
Yes.
Yep.
And I always say this over and over again with the amount of service that I give my clients. I actually recently ran into a old friend, Danny Ho.
Oh, yeah.
And he said one thing that resonated with me very well because I'm a first-generation immigrant, right? So when I came over here, my parents didn't even know how to speak English.
Yeah.
I had to learn English like that.
Like
right?
first-generation immigrant, like you were born here, you meant like
I was
you
born in Vietnam and
Okay,
flew over here. So first generation, right?
Yep.
Came over here when I was 5, no English.
Just to verify.
And I just needed to learn quick so I can help my parents, right?
Yeah.
So I did a lot of calls for them and a lot of, translating this and that. And that's how I'm blessed to have that. As a kid, I hated it.
Yeah. Thinking about it back then. I
was like, it's sunny out. I should be running around the yard, not on hold with Comcast for 8 hours, right?
Yep.
Or back then it was Time Warner or whatever.
Yep.
But either way, essentially what Danny Ho said to me is, how do you separate yourself from the other mortgage lenders? He said, I treat my clients like I would treat my parents.
Yeah.
And why that resonates with me and why that goes back to the service part is if you think about it. If you treat all your clients all around the same,
Sure.
but obviously holding to a higher degree of satisfaction like you would service for your parents,
Yep.
everyone would be happy. Customer service will be through the roof in this country if we all had that mindset.
Yep.
So that's what
Ready for this? That line only works for people that put their parents on a pedestal.
That's true.
You could change it to
Well, then let me change it and say your loved one.
But I like it though.
Yeah.
But I know why, right? Because you care about your family so much.
Right.
So like seeing that and hearing that, like that 100% hits. Like
Yep.
all the boxes, Longle. I'm like, that's the reason 100%. Like he crushes it. It went out.
Service, and the importance of service, and we talked about this earlier about caring, giving a damn about people.
Yeah.
But also providing good service to people. And oh my god, dude, what did I say? It felt like it was so good.
Just go from cuff, man.
You just gotta feel for it.
Just gotta
Feel for it. This is off the cuff.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't mean it? Well, you had a plan, and then you're like, now I'm done. I said it.
He sent it and forgot it.
If it was planned, I would remember it. Okay, sorry again, right?
Okay.
Service, yeah, we're talking about service, and the importance of service, especially in this industry where we are in a people business, and we are also providing services to people as realtors, lenders, all that stuff. And we did talk about a little bit before about caring, giving a damn about people, and how that sets us apart, but also really making yourself available and going the extra mile, because there have been so many people where I've run into agents that don't work after 5 p.m., don't work weekends. When do people do business then?
Yeah.
Right? And so the importance of having that availability for your clients and setting yourself above the others, the other people who aren't willing to do that, is very important.
Yeah, and just to steal a little bit of what Steven always says, right? Available nights and weekends, right? That's amazing.
True.
You just got to be there for your clients, and I don't feel like a lot of agents are like that for in my industry anyway, for insurance.
Sure.
Usually their cutoff is at 5 p.m.
Yeah.
And after that, they're like, call your carrier.
Yeah.
But you're my agent, right?
Yeah.
So where do I separate myself? It's kind of like similar to what you do, Tom, and you do, Steven, just being available. Now, obviously, I can't pick up my calls 100% of the time, but at least I let my clients know, hey, can I call you back?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And then I can follow up.
Yeah, and what I like about it too is that the service comes from like within of like who you are as a person, right? I think that one quote that you said was phenomenal about from Danny Hill, like you treat your parents or treat your clients like how you treat your parents, right?
Yeah.
But then also like for you, like you truly care about your clients, right? And I think that's the reason why you're so available and you're so willing. The fact that you want to help people, and that's where your service always just actually shines.
Yes, and I actually just have a Instagram post about this, about talking about the gratitude that I have for my clients, because as much as like I love getting paid, it's nice, but truly this like fulfillment and this gratitude that I get to give to my clients, but also receive from them, like these people they say amazing things. I mean, this is a hard thing to do. I mean, a hard decision to make.
Yes.
And so being able to be there for them and support them in the ways that I do, to then in turn get that gratitude in return, it's in itself, that fulfillment is so, I mean, it's kind of like, I don't even know how to explain it. I don't know what to even say. It's amazing, and it's what keeps me going.
Exactly. It's the thing that just keeps you going.
Exactly. And you know what, to kind of touch on something that we discussed off mic, is you were talking about listening to your clients. Remember that?
Yeah.
Like actually being there and actively listening.
Active listening. Yeah.
Yep.
And intentionally hearing what they're saying, and the difference between like just, oh, I heard you, versus, oh, I'm really listening, like, and making you feel heard, because it's important that you feel like you're the one that's like being thought of, right? Because it's not just like, you're not just a check, you're a human being.
Yes.
And I don't have to live in that house.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's like, it's important to me that this is it. This is your choice. This is your house. That's why I never pressure people into any kind of decision, any kind of house. If you don't like it, okay, let's go. We're done.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I think it's, important that people understand that it's not transactional, right? You're not, and when I say not transactional, I mean the relationship you build, yes, that's one, but listening as well.
Yeah.
Because people think that right away, if they're listening to someone, they need to figure out a response. Like, calm down, pump your brakes. You know what I mean? Just pump your brakes, really listen to them, and then once a response is needed, it'll come up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There's a saying, right? Is that God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, so listen more.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Love that.
Yeah.
Love that.
And God is Bruce Lee, right?
Yeah. God is
That
Bruce
is
Lee.
true.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
The God of
martial arts. Yeah. Let's clarify that real quick.
Let's clarify it.
No, but I love it. Thank you guys again for tuning and coming out and doing your thing. Awesome to highlight both of your businesses. Tom, where can people find you?
Any social media platform. TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, email, cell phone, call, text, all great.
Love it. Long, what about yourself?
Me? Write me a letter and mail it to me. I'll respond in 2 to 3 business days. I'm just kidding. But no, for real, same thing, right? My Facebook. Obviously, cell phone. You can text, call me, email me. I'm around.
Yeah, and if you guys have any questions for them and you don't know how to reach them, their information is going to be at the bottom of this video. And if you need anything or have any questions, of course, send them my way and I'll happily send it to them too. Thank you for tuning in.
Thank you.
Thanks. I think that was
Thanks,
good.
boys.
This is good.
I thought it was even better.
Yeah. Hit a lot of key
I thought it was classier.